So I was just thinking about how many times I've been to the Innate Health Conference and worked out that this is going to be my 5th time here in 2016. And there's a reason that I keep coming back. And for me, the reason is twofold. One, I learned so much being with people who are all coming from a similar place and looking towards a similar place. And I think that's really what sets this apart. It's not everybody agrees about everything. In fact, nobody agrees about anything. But there's a shared sense of love and appreciation for one another, but also for life, that I think everyone who speaks at these conferences comes from. And by the time they leave, everyone who comes to the conferences has kind of awakened in them. And then there's a very clear consistency of point two. And what everyone will be pointing to in their own way, or at least has done every time I've ever been at an innate health conference, is the innate health inside us. It is the what I would call the spiritual nature of us as human beings. And there's something about those two things, that everyone is coming from that deep respect and appreciation of life, and is pointing to the source of that as they understand it, as it makes sense to them. That leads, it's not only a pleasant few days, which of course it is, it's a real opportunity to see something new about life. And those opportunities are precious, at least in my life. It's very easy to get caught up in go, 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 and getting things done and making things happen. And it's incredibly valuable to take a little bit of time out to reset and to start again from a more solid place in myself. And so I think that's what I love about the conference as an attendee. What I love about speaking at the conference is that there are kind of two conversations that I spend most of my time having in the world. And one is pointing people towards a deeper truth about life, pointing people towards their deeper nature, pointing people towards how our experience of life gets created. And then the other is speaking to people who've already seen something about that, and looking together in whatever direction, looking together inwards, looking together outwards into the world, and seeing what we can see from that deeper understanding of life. And so for me, this is one of the few conferences where I get to speak to both at the same time, because there are people who are brand new. There are people who've been studying this for a lot longer than I have. I'd like to say longer than I've been alive, but not longer than I've been alive, but have been really involved in this exploration for a few people 30, 40 years. And there's something that unique about what can come out when you have that blend. So it's not a lot of people preaching to the choir or talking about something to everyone who's just nodding, but it's also not a place of argument. It's not a place where everybody's going, well, this isn't the world as I know it. It's actually, there's something very sweet that happens. So that's why I'm looking forward to being there. I hope I will meet you there, whoever you are. And if I do, please come up and say hello.